Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, shooting blanks from his Horizons Lord rifle. It's Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
I should be selected at that kind of range. Like I can make it across the room.
How was your Thanksgiving? Good?
It was excellent. I was very thankful. How was
Good.
yours?
Nobody cares.
Nobody
Booze Your
cares.
Daddy, Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. We love the love. We love the hate. People, there's a ton of these episodes. Share them online. Tell a friend. Hey, what podcast do you listen to? I listen to Booze Your Daddy. It's kind of good.
Better than kind of good. It's just flat out good. There's so much schlock out there. We're top 10% up. Absolutely.
I think we might even be like top 5%. The problem is there's 7 billion podcasts.
Yeah. Sucks.
Well,
we are good though.
We have a great episode planned for today. But before we get into that, Zach, how are you feeling? Do you need another trip to the doctor?
It's possible. I'm hating this game. The game is essentially watch Zach drink. It's nonsense. Your team doesn't lose. My team can't score. It's a whole goddamn nightmare. I should have bought out of this thing somehow, but I don't welch. So in keeping with the theme of whatever this is about the word of the year, roughly.
You saw that. Good for you.
Well, also, I went to the liquor store today and I was buying one of these, and they have 3 for $5. I'm not passing on savings like that, but the guy said it was good. So from the Hard Truth, whatever distillery, say cinnamon vodka. It looks awful. He said it's good.
What does this have to do with
It's
the
like
word of
the Hard Truth, like the real deal. It's close enough to
Hard
authentic.
Truth. Yeah.
See?
You know what's not authentic? That fake Fireball whiskey shot you're about to take.
No, it's Fireball vodka.
It's Fireball adjacent, this crap.
Somebody
Zach,
said something adjacent today at work. I couldn't take it. I like it's inside baseball for me.
It's like the hub, right? Like nowadays.
Yeah, I'm just stalling to take this.
Before you take that shot, quick question for you. The fact that the Jets lost on Friday, does that help or hurt the situation? Like, would you rather, like, the Ravens play and we win or lose, and then you play after? Do you want them at the same?
1,000 times worse because I knew that they had already lost. So I'm the best case scenario is a push.
But it gives you something to root for.
I'm always rooting against you.
Down the hatch, fire in the hole.
I'm always rooting against your team. You think I wanted the Birds to win?
They're picky up every time.
Oh God, that's got some hair on it.
Yeah. And how's the shot?
It's bad.
Love it.
It's worse than Fireball. It's sweet, but like stingy. It's like drinking a porcupine.
Keeping with savings, Zach, we also have coordinated our Menzies again because I bought you a beer and gave it to you 2 weeks ago. Can you please tell everybody what we are drinking?
From this guy's brewery, I guess Bolero. He's a bull with a lederhosen. Looks like he doesn't like either one of us. Oktoberfest.
En français. It is Novemberfest on this podcast.
Yeah, well, nevertheless. Bolero Snort Brewery. This is going to be a lot of stern and drum. Looks like a lot of art for a lot of nothing. They didn't even paint it on. It's just a sticker on a can. Nice shirt. Thank you, Samantha. It's Old Navy, I'm pretty sure.
She's talking about mines. It is a Feast Beer 5.7% alcohol by volume. I think I've been to this brewery on this podcast before. I want to say it's in New Jersey. It is. It is from Karlstad, New Jersey.
You got to pick this up. I'm sorry. I'm going.
Release the Kraken.
I had to get that cinnamon shit out of my mouth. I'm dying here, man.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. This actually isn't bad. Ew, you spilled on yourself. I'm looking right at it. Look at you.
I agree. It's definitely better than last week's.
It's going to spill all over you.
Zach, episode 208. Calling this one, hey, a good looking.
What you got cooking? Hey, little guy. Bring on the little guy, huh?
The little guy's very asleep. It's definitely not happening. Actually,
he'll be up in an hour. You can talk to him.
Pretty much. Zach, this past weekend, making the rounds online, they've done this a million times, but there was some study from the Polish Academy of Science that
I mean,
who
Polish Academy, it's all there.
men who are more attractive tend to make anywhere from 15 to 25% more at work. And that's the big takeaway from the weekend.
Yeah, like Seinfeld said, you don't see any handsome homeless.
Doesn't this seem like one big no shit equation? Like the fact that they do a study on this?
Yeah, this is what they do in Poland. And by the way, also, beautiful women get hired for jobs they have no qualifications for. They walk in and the hiring, get hired.
Well, new in the building?
Yeah, exactly.
They're calling this the beauty gap, but I guess I want to unpack this a little bit with you because is it men? Because look, men are known as the pigs who only hire women with big personalities and willing to go the extra mile down the road. But the truth is, do you remember last year some guy went insanely viral for being very, very good looking because his mugshot went viral, and then I think he was found innocent and then went to jail for something else. Like, I think women are just as guilty.
More so.
Right? That's where I'm going with this.
Much, much more so. Yeah, much more.
I just know for me, this happens almost every day, and certainly in my line of work, that
Why,
I
because you're
have to
so good looking, you get
No, but I look like me. And I go to
What?
buildings where I have to ring a buzzer, and the amount of times some random person lets me tailgate in or will open the door for me, and I just say, like, hi, I'm and I can't even get therapists out of my mouth, and they're like, yeah, like, you're okay, look at you.
Yeah,
Where
that's
other
not
people I know,
necessarily a good-looking thing, but a color of my shirt thing.
something to that effect. But it's just one of those things where, like,
Not
I
the
know
color of
men
your shirt.
I can't tell you if I've ever seen a CEO of a company that was female that is just dog, but I definitely have seen more good-looking men. And you're just like that Jamie Dimon could get it. Am I right?
Absolutely. I saw him on the New York One show the other day. It was pretty good. Yeah, Silver Fox.
And keeping with that, I've been meaning to bring this up. Speaking of Silver Fox,
Same with the Spanx lady. Oof.
Did you see
Sarah
who
Blankley or something?
People Magazine's sexiest man of the year was for 2023?
Yeah, it was like Kyle MacLachlan or something, like old guy or some.
I actually don't know his real name. Patrick Dempsey.
That's the guy. He's Kyle MacLachlan adjacent. I'm telling you.
Tell me this isn't 20 years too late. This guy, I'm pretty sure they killed him on the show 10 years ago.
Yeah, now he's killing it in real life. He should be the Golden Bachelor. Should be the guy.
The Golden Bachelor is nobody gets the reference, but when he's on the show, he has the same diction like he's doing a Super Dave Osborne impression. Like
Super Dave.
He kind of sounds like everything is like it's really bad.
Super Dave's great as Marty Funkhauser. Rest in peace.
Yeah, very, very much so. So as far as the beauty looks, but you did make a comment before the show started on my shirt, which I have to say a special thanks to Tanta Marlene for getting me this Bird Town. It is the Oriole. It is the Raven. Thank you so much.
You got at a Black Crowes concert.
No.
I like the Black Crowes.
I don't. I only can name the one song that they cover, and I can't name anything else, and they're trash.
You're trash.
I've been meaning to bring this up for weeks, but before we get to the better part of...
Sure, you've been meaning to bring that up for weeks?
I just got this on Saturday. But you were invited to my birthday party. You didn't RSVP, and you didn't send a gift.
Yeah.
But I did get you an invite to the bar mitzvah, and it was if
What's
he's willing,
role?
if he's nothing, you're gonna be playing dodgeball. Like it's a fun bar. I heard from my sister if he's willing to make the trip, he's invited.
Ooh.
I was like, okay,
Stop
definitely.
interrupting me. Your mom said so.
But when we talk about birds having a bad weekend, guess who died?
Who died?
An eagle flying in Philadelphia while my Aunt Marlene and Uncle Jeffrey, with my bubby in the back seat, were on my way to see Shelby and Ann. She killed an eagle. It flew in front of the car. Dude, I think this is like a war crime.
Like Randy Johnson with the birds. He killed an eagle, a bald eagle.
Legit traumatized. Like the text messages of, "Oh my God, this isn't funny." Like there's blood and guts all over the car. You're like, oh my
How does one?
God.
I should know it wasn't like a hawk or like a
It was
falcon.
flying and they hit it, and Uncle Jeffrey had to hose the car down.
I understand. That's terrible. How does she sure it's an eagle? She knows they're birds?
Absolutely not. It probably was a pigeon, is what most likely happened.
Maybe the show would be a condor.
Knowing her, it could have been a cardinal, and she got that confused with an eagle. But as I've been meaning to bring this up, though,
That's
Zach,
terrible. So
you
it
know,
was flying and they were barreling down the highway and then, wow.
a lone man going an old highway. Like, what am I gonna say?
Wow.
Zach, they're doing more backtracking on things from the Civil War that need to be canceled, starting with ornithology. Do you know what that is the study of?
No.
It's study of birds. Cool.
Right.
And I hear that they are now talking about renaming, if not canceling, a bird. And there's only one thought going through my head. There's only really one bird that truly matters.
One bird that matters? The Oriole?
The Scots Oriole was given its name by some asshole general from the South who named some bird after something after the French Indian War type. And I'm hearing this on the news today going, are they really going to cancel the Oriole bird?
They? There's like a committee for this shit. And if so, are they hiring? We got to get on this committee. We have to get on the bird canceling committee or the cancellation committee.
It was just one of those things that if you were in the car, Zach, I'm just sitting there going like, oh, they're going to cancel the bird. What are the odds it's an Oriole?
Of course it's an Oriole. Like, literally, we were at the Museum of Natural History the other day, and the Roosevelt statue is gone. Like, enough with this shit. They're canceling. It's a statue of a guy. He was our president. He shot a lot of animals. Big whoop. This
Calling
Oriole,
Indians
I'm sure it sucks.
animals?
He shot what he shot.
He did what he did.
They shouldn't have been standing there. I don't know.
I just know I heard. I mean, this is the reason why they say, like,
committee.
they were talking about when they originally said they're going to change the Redskins name to the Warriors. And then there were people like, no. The Marquette used to be the Warriors. And they changed that to the Golden Eagles because Warriors is also not PC. Like, it's just one more step. And I'm like, if they change the Orioles, we got problems.
Syracuse used to be the Orange Men, but because St. John's had to change, Syracuse followed suit. When's the last time we saw an Orange Man?
Well, when they're charging $70,000 per year for undergrad, like they can do whatever the hell they want up there.
I suppose like 70. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot. So the bird thing was good. And then the last thing I really need to tell you about from my birthday weekend, I try this a lot and it never happens. But we went we did a baby naming for my son. Thank you for not coming or watching online. And
you live streamed it?
We did. This is on Facebook.
No invite? No.
You can
Facebook. You should have sent me a link.
Anyway, we
Make
go
it easy
get
for me.
We get hibachi, we get sushi, and my family's not going to pass up a free. Guess whose birthday it is? Because usually there's a cake or an ice cream or something.
They fake the birthday so you can get the hammer on the head. Squeak, squeak. Yeah, they do it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Japanese guys, would they hit you with the head of the fake hammer and squeaks at the hibachi place? Haven't you ever been to a classy restaurant?
You know where I tell you don't get a free dessert at, where we're going in a couple of weeks? Wolfgang's. I went there for a birthday party and they're like, oh, it's his birthday? Absolutely. And they bring over the schlag, the fudge. $12 for that goddamn sundae on the check. 40. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
You want to know how to get free schlag? Get a drip on you. We had a drip on us in Luger's once. They wheeled the whole Viennese card out and go, it's yours. I'm like, thanks, man. All I want is like the coins, but I watch my stepfather gorge. So we get the hibachi, the sushi. Afterwards, we say it's my birthday. They bring over a piece of fried cheesecake, which I'm not a desserts guy, and I sure as hell am not a fried cheesecake guy. And the woman who's standing there, and I look at her and I go, would you like some? There's no way she accepts, right? Like she gets a million pieces in the back. Oh, I'm sure she does. Oh, the waitress? The waitress. Zach, I was like, hey, yeah, do you want to try it? Because I'm literally just being social and I don't want it. Not knowing my father's going to house the whole slice of cake anyways. The lady takes a fork and it's on his Diners Club card. He's eating it.
Zach, she had like 3 healthy forkfuls of my cake, which, God bless, I really, really wanted her to have. They're
clearly not feeding their employees. Yep. I usually will offer it to people, to the strangers at the table. That looks like you filled that table. I saw the thing. So who paid? Your father or Mama in there paid? Mama Dukes paid the check, but I just could not believe. Your wife paid for that? No, my mother. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, you eat, I pay.
you eat Ivic.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was the big summary. Are you feeling quirky and you want to be a jerky?
I can't find my phone. Yes, absolutely. I got some.
Oh.
It's a slow news week. I've got a lot of bad ones, so buckle up. They're okay. Oh God, this is great. So someone smuggled and going in the DC airport, somebody smuggled a knife in a loaf of bread. Did you see this? Hear this?
You can't do that. The X-ray machine
Right.
literally
It
goes.
found it. The weirdest part of the whole thing. Who the fuck brings a loaf of bread to the airport?
Oh, people. You didn't watch Julia's show? They used to bring
Yeah, it
live
was great.
bugs.
What?
Her Julia's show. You know when you travel internationally and there's like no $10,000, no weapons, no animals, and then it's like no food? The amount of food that gets
Who's bringing
confiscated.
the loaf of Wonder Bread on the plane? It's weird as shit. I just bring the knife at that point. At least you can talk about that. Okay, guy, great. How many sandwiches do you plan to make on this flight to Fort Lauderdale? Ridiculous. It's just
You
nonsense.
bring a knife to a bread fight?
Pretty much.
Speaking of Fort Lauderdale, did you know that today is called Travel Tuesday and you can get
Yeah,
a
I heard about that.
round trip flights to fucking anywhere for pennies?
Yeah, so I heard that. I don't know what it is. It seems like a lot of work, and I didn't get my shit together. Did you see what happened at the end of the Virginia Tech game?
I don't do football.
Okay, cool. Virginia Tech won at Scott Stadium. I guess that's Virginia. And they went to do a post-game photo. They turned the sprinklers on. On the team, Virginia's guy turns all the sprinklers on just to get them the fuck out of there. That was great.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn is right. On the train yesterday, not a news issue, it's a personal thing.
You very rarely tell stories like this.
Yeah.
This is great.
So I saw a story, a woman, and there was a guy across from her, both of your shirt. They were
bird lovers?
Sure. Yeah, ornithologists. Anyway, it's fantastic. It's like 8:30 in the morning. And she's eating a Reese's peanut butter cup. So we're off to the races. He has a full Greek coffee cup worth of coffee, drops, shoots all over her legs. She goes berserk. And then she starts screaming at him and goes, I want you to, I demand you compensate me. He goes, what? She goes, I demand you compensate me. And she goes, I got coffee on your shoes. And she's screaming at him. He goes, you're not getting, she like storms off and I'm compensating for the coffee. I was like, I had to look up. I was biting my lip.
It's like the Homer Simpson, sir, I demand satisfaction.
Yeah.
Duel.
Yeah, that's where it almost went. It would have been great. People were up in arms because Chris Collinsworth missed the Thanksgiving game, the third of the game, to be with his family.
No, but he also missed Sunday night too.
Who gives a shit? Let the guy be with his family.
Who do I give a shit because trying to listen to Jason Garrett do anything is painful.
You'd rather hear Chris Collinsworth?
I'm
too many concussions.
His son is the worst part. It's literally, it's like he's just doing a Collinsworth impersonation.
Yeah, so let them all just go. Like, I'm happy to get a ChatGPT announcers. Who gives a shit? AI announcers would be great.
I always wonder how they get those. It's just Nepo baby stuff. Like, same thing with Sims. He's terrible.
It's not rocket science, yeah. So, being the play-by-play, you have to have a deep voice and a good head of hair. And the other one means you just played in the league to be the color guy. Oh, Walt Frazier, switching and dishing, hooping and scooping. Love that. He's fantastic.
Yeah, but he's a caricature of himself. It's just, there's things like, I really enjoy Mark Schlereth, but when you hear him on these telecasts and he just goes, now that guy's a man. That's a man who plays football. It's like, thanks, Mark. Really added a lot to that.
Yeah. Dynamite drop in, Monty. Those years of broadcasting school really paid off. So Pier 17 has a Disney Santa Claus Winter Wonderland at the South Street Seaport. People are going crazy because Santa is too skinny.
I heard about this. I was going to bring this up, but
it was a shit show. The whole experience was frustrating. Camilla Cohen, 30, says, as a stay-at-home mom, she paid $60 for skinny Santa, and they go crazy for this guy.
Yeah, it's one of those things like describe Santa in 3 words. It's red suit, white beard,
and fake.
Fat. You got to be fat.
He doesn't exist. All right, staying in the vein of tremendous Christmas stories, the national tree at the White House blew over yesterday. It took a crane to bring it back up. The whole thing is one big disaster. And it typifies Biden's presidency. And I got a little more quick. Not that I'm a big hockey guy, but the Kachuk brothers, had to look them up. Matthew and Brady. I guess they're Keith Kachuk's kids because that's one guy I know.
Right.
They got into a rumble in a game yesterday in front of their grandmother in the stands,
Love
who
it.
was not having it.
Well, one of them, I don't follow it enough, but the one, I think it's Matthew. He scored like 40 goals a couple years ago. The guy's very good.
Yeah, well, him and his brother, which is fantastic, just dropped the gloves and went, and grandma's in the stands not having any, not liking it, not into it, don't get fight in front of your grandmother.
It's not that bad, dude. When you fight,
would you and Allison throw down in front of Bubby?
I would. It wouldn't be much of a fight. It'd be 2 hits, me hitting her and her hitting the floor.
She'd kill you. Sometimes you just want it more. Sometimes she goes to the dark place. What happened? I killed them all.
It's not that bad. Like when you get into an actual fight with people, it's really more of a sport than anything else. Like it's just in
front of your grandmother.
Yeah, I would fight in front of my grandmother. It doesn't mean anything to me.
You're an animal.
Yeah, because you got the pads and it's controlled.
They'll put you in the face. It's hockey, not football.
Zach, what you watching?
What am I watching? Still Black Mirror. And by the way, you undersold the spider episode. Jenna had to tell me about some of it. I'm looking away.
That's I told you.
Thing of what?
I told you
it was the scariest thing anyone's ever. Apparently, there was a face inside the spider which I missed because I couldn't even watch it. When the one went on his leg, I was out. When I came around the door, code blue. I was done. It's Anaconda for you. Jesus fuck.
Don't want none unless you got buns, hon.
Yeah, that movie was bad, but Carrie Wurr, whatever happened to her career?
Have you watched a single episode yet that like blew your mind? I was like, wow, that was really good. No, okay, just the pig fucker. That was it. They're all okay.
No, I liked
literally the worst one of the series.
No, I liked the one. I don't know. I liked the Waldo one. You didn't like that one.
It was fun. It was forever ago, dude. It was like 10 years ago.
I liked a couple of them. The spider one was pretty terrible. I didn't like the one with where they're in the rooms and they have to bicycle. That was stupid.
The 3 Million Merits is good too. You're an idiot.
It isn't.
That was good before that guy was famous.
Who gives a shit about him? The thing sucked. He was okay in it, but it wasn't good. I don't know. What else about it? I watched Leo, the Adam Sandler lizard movie with Bill Burr.
Am I watching that?
What?
Am I watching that?
You might want to. I mean, it's a kid's movie, so watch it with one of those little bastard cousins and nephews of yours. Whatever you got.
It's not fair when 2 of them are legit bastards.
Oh! I was doing a thing. You really went for it. Oh God. Whatever. It was pretty good, actually. It was funny. It could have been trimmed a little. It could have been a tight hour 20. It didn't need to be an hour 45, but here we are. Bill Burr was good as the shell, as the turtle. The rest of it was the kids. I think okay.
Julia told me Joe Coy is in that as well. He plays, I think, the driver. Joe Coy, like the comedian she works with a lot.
Who's Joe Coy?
He's a famous comedian. He's a famous.
If you think so.
He is on Netflix. He has like 4 specials, dude. You're the idiot.
Who doesn't have 4 specials on Netflix? Call me when he's Carlin.
Dead?
Yeah, sure. Posthumous. Yeah.
One of my favorite podcasters calls the NFL the #1 reality show on television, which I know for me, it really does make the games more fun to watch when it's players, when it's this guy versus that guy, this coach versus that coach. I love watching Hard Knocks and all the bullshit you have to offer. They just started the mid-season Hard Knocks, which is the Miami Dolphins team, except this year, they're not doing it like 3 weeks from the past. They are up to date. So the game that happened this past week is going to be the game they show tomorrow night.
I get to relive that shit because I was there with my daughter and wife.
You were there for not only the butt fumble, but the Hail Mary?
And the fake spike if you want to dial it real back. And by the way, all 3 in our end zone. The butt fumble was like right in my lap. The Hail Mary was coming at me, so the return was going away. But the ball was like, I could reach up and...
Anyway, the mid-season Hard Knocks... Mid-season Hard Knocks has been pretty good so far. We watched the first episode, and there's times like you watch 20 minutes. We crushed it. Mike McDaniel's the nerdiest guy ever. He's funny. You get to see the players. Put it in my veins. I wish they had one for every team. I would watch every second of it. I absolutely love it.
you'd watch the Browns or the shit. Who
I
cares?
like learning about the players and some of the bullshit stuff that you see. Like, I really enjoy that. I really do.
Yeah, the Houston Texans. That must be real exciting.
Pishadoo of the week. I have 11 candidates.
Hello.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Candidate number 1. This
Sure.
is one of those, like, not a story you would have heard. It happened to me today. At a patient's house, she has the news on. The guy starts doing the weather. I look over, and he's doing the, looking at the teleprompter and also kind of staring in this direction and pointing here. The guy was wearing a black cardigan. When do they not dress up? That really bothered me.
What's wrong with the cardigan? You want
No,
the suit and tie?
I want at least a shirt or a jacket. The guy looked like he looked like he was trying to be like a GQ model.
I want them to wear what I should wear. Show me what to wear outside.
You wouldn't wear what he was wearing, this guy.
No, exactly. I should be wearing, they should have whether guy and girl or man and woman. And they should be dressed in the vein that you should be dressing to go out. So if it's a t-shirt and shorts day, t-shirt and shorts.
Oh.
If you have to bundle the fuck up, you wear that. You show me what to wear.
Okay. I thought you were saying, like, for somebody like me, the guy wears a football jersey and flip-flops. But what you're saying is, if it's cold, Ollie, you want that guy bundled up.
Cold. Yeah, I want him to wear what model for me.
You don't even have to listen to what he's saying. You just walk by and
every day model for me. Why did that become a thing? Weather people, man and woman, like something, your closet's version of this.
It's not bad. Candidate number 2, more of a personal story. It's not going to hold up. I'm going to bed last night, and my number 1 fantasy football league is my college friends, and I was done. Like, I had no chance. I wasn't paying attention. I get a shit-talking text with a caption from somebody in my league going, uh-oh, gonna be a close one. And then I look closer, and it's him playing another guy in the league who's also named Alan. And I had to go, you got the wrong Alan. He's like, oh, I really fucked that up. I was like,
which one of those tools could figure it out?
Nobody you've met, but
not a wedding guy.
I said to him, the good news is you can still send this to the other Alan and it has the exact same effect. He's like, nah, I wasted the good surprise on you. I'm done with this.
Yeah, none of that's as nearly as important as what is in the chat right now. Someone named Uncle Weatherby did that 60 years ago. Everything about Uncle Weatherby makes me happy. He'll be the first thing I Google when I'm done with this.
Candidate number 3. I may be the sucker here, but I saw a post online that's the first ever walkable roller coaster where you basically just walk the whole thing. And at one point you have to do like handlebars like American Ninja Warrior and then go down. And my only thought to this was you're kind of defeating the purpose of a roller coaster if you're walking.
That sounds awful. And you have to be strong enough to do the loop?
Yeah.
What if you fall? Die? It's a Squid Game?
Dude, again,
I like
this may not be real, but I saw that. I was like, why? I don't get it. All right. Pardon me on some of the things here. New Zealand put some very heavy tariffs on smoking. Going back to 2019, going back where they said people who were born, I think, later than 2009, because apparently the smoking age there is like 14, they are rolling back the rules on that and opening up smoking for anybody and everything right now because they're like short on money type of deal.
So
And
they
they're going,
need to raise money from cigarettes, like the John Mellencamp rule. These guys started smoking at 9.
it's just one of those things where they have these rules and they're taking them away because they need the tariffs to be passed on something. And they're going, well, smoking's going down anyway, so it's not really going to matter. I'm like, it's just one of those things I heard today. I was like,
terrible.
Good day. I don't get it. I definitely. Oh my God! I told Julie the story. I forget which kid it was. I think it was her niece, the little one. At one point this weekend, I did like a fake British accent, which is not great. Zach, you would have thought I did magic and made somebody appear in front. She was like, "How did you do that?" I'm like, "Well, you just practice. You just practice saying some words and this and that." She's like,
"Madonna did it."
You're like, your words. Zach, it was.
She's in West
great.
Virginia. You don't know what British people are. They don't know where England is. It's fucking back country, back. It's hillbilly stuff.
A couple years ago,
William, if you're in a good neighborhood,
we did a trivia thing with the kids, and we were like, name a country, any country, and they're like, West Virginia.
Like, it's like Celebrity Jeopardy. Name a color.
Oh, your mother's tit. Candidate number 5. I don't have all the facts on this one either, but there's some yacht. is supposed to be doing this like 3-year cruise, and they were taking, it's a lot of money to go on it. And there are people who like sold their houses, traded in their stocks. They put all their money into going on this yacht for a 3-year cruise. Well, apparently the yacht's not going to be sailing off, and the people are shit out of luck for their money.
We got to get on a scam like that.
Doesn't this feel like some type of fraud? Shouldn't people?
It's 100% fraud. So they gave the money, and now what?
And I don't know. It's just one of those things where people are like, I don't have a house to go to anymore. They're like, well, good day, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ahoy, hoy.
Sorry, the people you gave this to are now in Brazil somewhere. Like, we got to get
It's a Nigerian prince, definitely.
A 3-year cruise? That sounds awful.
So I started talking about this. You don't go on as many cruises as my family has.
Nobody does.
There are people that just cruise all year. When you're basically taking care of your room,
Eisenbergs.
You're bored. When your food, your entertainment, cruises make their money on the add-ons. They make all their money on like the alcohol package, the excursion. You can go on a cruise legit for like $400 for a week. You do that for 4 times. That's still cheaper than your rent right now, my friend.
Yeah.
And food and entertainment.
I don't have entertainment. I got Zoe.
And you get nice weather, guaranteed 3 days a week, if not all 7 during the summer.
Yeah, no, it sounds like something. A 3-year cruise sounds like just a nightmare.
Not for my sister. She would love it.
No, she'd love it. She'd be balls deep.
Candidate number 6. You watched the halftime shows. Did you watch all the Thanksgiving football, I'm assuming?
I did. Well, during the games, I was eating for some of it and cooking by making my cider. But I got the point. I saw Dolly and her jugs.
I actually didn't see Dolly, but I did
texted
watch.
You still would. You didn't know what I was talking about.
I think I just LOL'd it because I was busy doing
something. She looked great.
Still would. Oh, a million %.
100%.
Did you see the Jack Harlow halftime show?
I did.
Do you know that's going down as like one of the worst halftime shows ever?
Not surprising. He wasn't good.
He wasn't. Here's my problem with it. And pardon me, maybe I'm the wrong color.
And Dolly was delightful.
The hype man, where the rapper comes out and they're rapping and either the guy in the background just kind of dances. Maybe you give him a bar. Maybe he says a word here and there. I think the hype man is one of the lamest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. Beatles don't need a hype man.
It just reminds me of like, hey, I want to go out and perform. Can you hold my hand while I go perform? Because I need a friend with me.
I don't know about all that, but it's not great. Yeah, no, the hype man is stupid.
I think it's really stupid. Well, traveling on Thanksgiving Day, not a whole lot of places to stop for food, but you know what's always open? The marches are open, baby. So I stopped in by myself, and I was like, I just gotta.
You walked in, Alan.
No, I stopped at one I'd never been to. It was down in Maryland. But I go in and I go to the kiosk. I'm a doctor. Can barely figure out. I'm like, I just want an extra value meal. And I'm clicking things and clicking things.
Get a Happy Meal.
I'm clicking everything I can. And I got a McDouble and a double cheeseburger. Do you know what the difference is?
No.
1 slice of cheese. It's literally the same sandwich, but they give you an extra slice of cheese on one of them. Cool. Same exact. And next thing you know, I overorder because I knew when I got to my sister's house, my nephews were going to be there. And whether they'd eaten or not, they were going to be eating some of my McDonald's. So I just got a ton of food. And I go to check out and I was ordering like off the dollar menu, and it came to $20.77, which is an ungodly amount considering I got nothing to drink. And then
9 billion calories.
As I go to check out, it goes, "Would you like a bag? It'll be 5 cents." And I'm thinking, no, I'm gonna carry the stuff in my hands out to the car.
They get you,
Zach. 5 cents for the bag didn't bother me as much as. Are you goddamn kidding me? Like, how in the world, especially like McDonald's fries, how do you carry them?
They can't just bake that into one of those items. Like,
dude, they're trying to deter you. That's the deal.
There's
but the fact that
way anyone's not taking a bag there.
I'm in a McDonald's by myself Thanksgiving Day going, how the fuck am I going to carry all this
you're the
stuff?
saddest person in Maryland. They should just give you a bag.
I also thought about it for a second. I was like, can I do this? But the fries are so greasy. Like, you could literally carry one fry in each hand.
It's clear by the end of the trip. It's so greasy and nasty. You see through it. It's the fumes of the grease.
Stay with me on this next
those
candidate.
Little sticky fingers kill your food?
Oh no! I walked in. They were like nothing for us, and I'm like, I didn't know you need anything. And I made a plate for my nephews. I got a 20-piece nugget, knowing I'd give them 5, him 5, Julia 5, me 5. Like I
I would give
over ordered
them
knowing.
one nugget and just
Nah,
just
I
all
love
of it
it
in
too
front of
much.
them. How do you like me now? Well,
United.
get it from my sister.
United Airline is starting a new boarding process. They're going to do the pre-boarders first, the rich people, so you.
No, I sit at the
Then
very end of the plane. I'm like the worst seat in the
then
house.
next
I'm
people
cheap
to
on a
board the
plane.
flight are going to be everybody on a window. Then everybody in a middle seat, then everybody on an aisle seat. And I
Hate it.
heard that and I went, "Okay, so you're the Pishadoo in this conversation because that works out perfectly."
Yeah, but there's a problem. I require an aisle seat.
Yeah, you're getting on last on the plane.
They can eat my ass because I need to get on first, and I don't know. I need the aisle. I hate it. I don't want to see anything out the window. I want to be more towards the interior. Get me to the bathroom faster, and I just put me in my
All right.
damn seat.
I'm going to double down on you being a Pishadoo because I do this all the time with Julia. Julia is one of those, no matter what seat we're in, she wants to be the first one on the plane. Zach, I've gotten on planes where the line is wrapped around. I have an assigned seat. I'm not checking a bag. I sit next to the gate until the last person is there.
You don't get
and I'm
overhead
like,
storage space.
I don't need it.
I need it. Oh, I need it.
Of course you
If I
do,
have a bag
Nancy.
this big, I'm putting it above me. No, but the killer for me, that's all fine and good. And I piss and moan about getting on the plane. When they pull up to the gate and everybody's mystified by opening the door, and there's that half-hour like post-amble,
Everybody,
Dakota
I've
of
heard
the
this.
flight, I go crazy. And everyone's like, so I hate the people also who are sitting there calmly because I wish I was them, and I hate them for their calmness. Fuck them.
I'm
Get
usually
me
just
off.
I'm so excited because I have Wi-Fi back, so I'm just busy sexting, and I'm like, all right, let's get this going.
Oh, I gotta get off, and then I gotta plane.
Cannon. Cannon number 9. All right. I first heard this story and I thought this could be a good SNL bit. And then I thought to myself, no, this is literally what SNL does and it's not funny. So this past weekend, like every freaking Thanksgiving, Joe Biden decided to pardon 2 turkeys that were supposed to be killed. Do you know what the names of these turkeys were?
Joe and
Liberty and Bell, which just makes me think like, all right, you got 4 turkeys hanging out. You got Liberty, Bell, Stars, Stripes, Frank, and Tom. Who do you think is going to be on the plate that night?
Yeah. Was it Bell with an E at the end? Was it like a chick named Bell?
No.
Because that matters to me.
It's the way it's just one of those things where they name these turkeys. So like I'm picturing like an XNL skit where it's 3 turkeys, where it's, Bravery, Hero, and Steven. Like, wonder which 2 are getting pardoned.
You should write that because it's better than those Do Not Destroy guys who stink.
Right?
You're not funny. Yeah.
2 more. American Airlines is in a lot of trouble because
Are any of these airline meltdowns? Because I love a good airplane meltdown.
Nah, it's just people that are stupid. American Airlines got in trouble because it's not that they mishandle your stuff and you get it back with a scratch. People walk around with these video cameras and they have evidence of the employees throwing wheelchairs. The wheelchairs get like all bent up and everything. And they're like, we don't know what happened. They're like, really? We have video of you throwing them off of the plane 10 feet.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty good.
How
I got
dumb are these
yelled at
people?
Palm Beach for using a wheelchair as a baggage cart.
I can see that.
That's besides that. And I yelled back. I clapped. I lost the fight, but I hung in.
And
she was not having it. Mm-hmm.
My favorite story of the week, which really got me. In Malaysia, there were a bunch of elephants traveling. There was at least one baby elephant. I believe they're called a calf. And sure enough, some guy in a car hit the baby elephant. The baby elephant goes down, and the other 10 elephants.
Your uncle?
Stomp on the car.
I love that. I love that.
They stomp the car until the baby elephant pops up totally fine. The elephants are like, oh, he's good. Like, this is a gang shanking. One of theirs got taken and they destroyed this car until the guy was.
Love that.
I heard this and you just go like, elephants are smarter than people think. It is a great story.
Was it a nice car?
In Malaysia, I'm sure it was a Tesla. Okay, Zach.
Tell you some rich Malaysian.
Oh my God. I heard this story. I was like, elephants are a lot smarter than people think. I mean, like, that's like
They're not
pack
fucking
mentality. Yeah, right?
That must have been terrifying for that guy. A, he feels awful for hitting the elephant, and then, oh my God!
So good.
Did the guy die, or did he just freak the fuck out? What happened to him?
You got to look it up yourself. I told you what I know. ABC 7 weatherman wearing a cardigan. People texting the wrong Alan. We have the walkable roller coaster. New Zealand's smoking ban for 2009 is off. The yacht cruise they took money from. Hype men in general for rappers. There is $5, 5 cents for a bag at McDonald's. United's new boarding system. Presidential pardons if you're named Liberty and Bell. American Airlines wheelchair debacle. And Malaysian elephants.
It's a yacht cruise. It's got to be the yacht cruise. Idiots.
Somebody's going to jail. They took people's money. This is a scam.
Yeah, but you got to find them first. They're yachting around. Good luck. I hope they get caught at sea. I hope it's a sea chase, like the end of Speed 2.
You know who the real Pishadoo is? This happens to me once a year when my patients come in and I say, what type of music do you want to listen to? Because I'll listen to fucking anything. Jazz is really low on my list. Once a year, somebody goes, oh, you know what I really enjoy? Yacht rock.
The fuck is yacht rock?
It's a channel. It's so douchey.
We have both kinds, country and western. It's a Blues Brothers reference only Ron Katz might get.
Boozer Day, the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. Hope everybody had a great holiday. For the people that wished me a happy birthday, for people that celebrated, thank you so much. And to everybody else, mostly Zach, go fuck yourself.
I wished you an HBD with a little
We out.
We out.